Hi everyone, today's lesson is on gardening and early springtime gardening. So today is March 17th when I made this video, and people wonder, what can I plant in the soil? Is it too late for things? Is it too early for things? Our last frost date here in Denver is generally around Mother's Day. So any seeds you put in the soil before then need to be frost tolerant seeds.
Here is an example of some of the many varieties of seeds that are frost tolerant. I like how the seed company Botanical Interest makes this information so readily available.
Seeds I'm going to plant today are pea seeds. So I have pea seeds that have been soaking in water for about 4 or 5 hours. When planting seeds, you generally want to plant the seeds about 3 times the diameter of the seed. This pea seed is about 1/4 of an inch, so you're going to plant it about 3/4 of an inch. That is generally the space from the tip of my finger to my first joint. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little hole, so generally just about that depth. I'm going to take the pea seed, drop it into the hole, and gently cover it with soil. The next question is generally about spacing, and on the seed packet there should be information about how many inches in between each pea seed.
According to this seed packet, you should allow 2 inches between each pea seed.
So the seeds have been planted, they've been covered with soil, and now it's time to water them. It's important when you water them to use a very gentle stream of water so that you aren't splashing the seeds out of the place where you planted them. You also want to allow plenty of time for the water to seep down through the soil, to get the seeds wet. I usually like to wait a few minutes and then water a second time. You really want to make sure that those seeds are getting damp enough so that the seed coat will soften, so that the root will eventually be able to break through. So the last thing I'd like to point out is this trellis. I plant peas at the base of the trellis. The variety of peas that I grow are vining peas. So what they'll do as they grow, I'll wrap them around the trellis so that they're able to grow upwards. They take up less space. This is called vertical gardening, and it also makes it easier to harvest the peas when it's time for harvesting. Now I'm going to plant some spinach seeds, and here I'm going to show you the difference in size between spinach seeds and pea seeds. So when I had spoke about planting a seed 3 times the diameter of the seed, this seed is obviously going to be planted quite a bit deeper than the spinach seeds. For something as small as spinach seeds, what I like to do is to create a little groove where I'm going to plant the seeds, and then just individually drop seeds into that groove. Each seed makes 1 spinach plant, so you can think about that in terms of the spacing of how close or how far you want the spacing to be. These I'm going to harvest when they're baby spinach, so I can plant them a little closer. So once I've planted the seeds, I'm again going to just gently cover the seeds with soil, and then again gently water, making sure that the seeds don't get splashed around.